Good morning everyone. So I did a tutorial on how to draw your borderline. So you're given a drawing before you start the construction, the first thing you are meant or supposed to do is to construct your borderline. So very quickly you measure 1 centimeter. This is my 1 centimeter. This is my 1 centimeter. Alright, I already know my 1 centimeter without using my ruler to measure it because I've been doing this for quite a while now. So this is my 1 centimeter. You use very quickly use a thick line, not a thin line. You use a thick line. Use a very thick line, not thin line. It's my 1 centimeter. So we call this, keep in mind, borderline. So before you start any construction, so if I don't see, or if the lecturer don't see your borderline, they won't attend to your script or to your drawing. Remember or recall I said we have to use a thick line and not a thin line. So 1 centimeter apart, then you draw. Then the next thing is to draw your title block. Now every institution has its own rules and principles. For we here, Federal University of Ekiti, PK 4 year, we measure 7 by 15. 7 by 15. So this is my 7 here. This is so your breadth or your width is gonna be 7, and then your length will be 15. Your length will be 15. I said breadth or width will be 7 and your length will be 15. So once you measure it, you draw. Once you measure it, you draw. Once you measure it, you draw 7 by 15. So this just for the sake of practice. Whilst you're drawing yours, this dotted line should not be shown or should not show on your own. This dotted line. So just for the sake of practice. Now you're using a thick line for your borderline, not a thin line. Remember I said 7 by 15. So you divide the line into 7 equal parts. That is 1 centimeter each. 7 equal parts. Divide the line into 7 equal parts. This is 7 equal parts. 7 equal parts. Or you could even use your T-square to do it. You can. Why I don't want to use my T-square because I've not glued or attached. I've not glued my paper to the board, so it's not yet straightened out. Remember I said thick line. So while we're drawing, after you draw your border line, the next thing is to draw your title blocks. What we are drawing here is our title block. We first draw our border line, then we are heading straight to our title block. Title block. So after you've drawn this line, you have to draw in between these two lines. We measure 0.2 millimeter, 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 0.2 millimeter. Once you measure 0.2 millimeter, now this line you're drawing at the middle of this line, or at the middle of the block here, is you use your thin line, not your thick line. Your thin line. You see, you fainted your teeth. For those of us that don't understand what thin line you use, so your fainted line. Use a fainted line. Are you seeing it? Your work should be more neater than this. This is just for the sake of practice. So use your. Sorry, I think my ruler is not straight. Let me use this one. My paper is shaking rather. So you follow the pattern just like that, like that. You do like that till you get to the last line. So the first line here, your name, matric number, department, course code, scale, and so on and so forth. Your lecturer will tell you. So that is that. So just a brief recap. First thing before you commence drawing is your borderline. Use your thick line. After you've drawn your borderline, you move straight on to your title block. 7, the breadth or the width is 7, the length is 15. So 7 by 15, you divide the line into 7 equal parts. Then you put these two lines, which is light or thin line in between them. So this is your title block and your borderline. Thank you for watching. I'm called Paul.